Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for NYX number 2. This is a new book from the X-Men line at Marvel. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This is written by Jackson Lanzing and Collin Kelly, with art by Francesco Mortarino, Raul Angulo on colors, letters by Joe Sabino. We have multiple covers, and then of course we see here uh, not so much a roster because I don't think they're really a group yet. But the characters that are involved in this book, Miss Marvel, we have Wolverine, Prodigy, Noel, and Sophie Cuckoo. So only one of the Cuckoos, as we saw in the first issue. The other ones are up to no good. Um, this is a book that's very focused on Laura Kinney Wolverine, and I was not aware, or maybe this is I don't know. It feels to me like the first 5 issues are gonna focus each on one of the members that we saw on the roster. Right, the first one was very Kamala Khan centric, as we kind of explored Miss Marvel's fallout in this post Krakoan age. This one is all about Wolverine. Um, there are some aspects of it that feel very throwback to the original NYX series, or even just like a bit of a noir Blade Runner type of story, which is really fun. The art is great; it really fits. We have some really kind of violent sequences, so everything just really works. This world, this underground world that Laura has to traverse in this issue, it's very interesting, but it is a bit of a slow burn. I will say that. But there's little Easter eggs, there's little hints at things that may be to come. So overall, I'm invested. But definitely, I can see how this would be a book that would be a little bit off-putting if you're kind of getting like just a little bit of the story one at a time. It's definitely not a very fast-paced book, but I think it's gonna start picking up once we kind of get a good idea of the full team, or even if they're gonna be a team. I don't even know that's if that's the case. Let's take a look at some of the art. I think the artwork is, as I mentioned, fantastic. I love this like noir underground, dark aesthetic that has all these little touches of neon lights. Like I mentioned, it gives me a lot of those Blade Runner vibes, especially when you go here as Laura goes into this underground club. It's very interesting. I love that there's still people that are talking in the Krakoan language, right? That's something that you would not expect, and we get introduced to some characters that maybe are not fully fleshed out yet, especially like in this scene. But I think we're gonna get to know them a little bit better. Oh, that was a little preview of the page of the covers. But overall, I'm enjoying this. Uh, Also, like this is a really cool cover, so like I'm not gonna not pick up this book. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading this. I'm gonna stay on top of this. I don't think it's my favorite book of the X-Men line, but it's also a book that I am enjoying. So it's definitely um, there's some really fun stuff, which I think you can kind of see as we get through here. Like I said, it can get really violent, but also can get really fun, and I think it's hard to find that balance. So, if you're reading this, let me know which cover you picked up. Maybe you saw one of those in the little preview that I slipped earlier. But as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.